These are creepy TikToks that'll make you rethink your whole reality.
This crash was filmed from within their seats.
What we want to show you is the kind of camera it was shot on. It's called a GoPro camera, and it is a remarkable video. Take a look.
This is what would happen if we dug tunnels between continents.
Up first, avoiding all the water and digging through the ground from England all the way to America would take an incredibly long time.
Horror movies use tracks that include infrasounds. They cannot be heard by human ears, but they are known to induce anxiety and heart palpitations. 44% of the information shared on worldwide news is inaccurate. To date, the US lost 6 nuclear bombs and never recovered them.
People behave erratically when they think they're stuck somewhere. This man quickly devolves into a panic when he realizes his elevator isn't moving.
I'm back, it's your boy Fittie to the E, and today we're taking a look at this compilation together. Make sure you guys stay till the end of this video. I got an announcement about my in-person content. I know I've been delaying, but the weather here has been garbage. It's been snowing so much. It's like we're in freaking Alaska, dude. I'm in New York. I'm not in Alaska. I don't know if you guys know, but I recently crashed my car, you know. And yeah, so now I don't really have a way to get to anywhere I want to get to, so that's why I kind of been delaying on the in-person content. Once I get a new car, then I'm gonna see if I can put it out as quick as possible. But if you guys like the chain, check the link down in the description. 99% of these chains are free right now, so if you guys really want to get some, go get some. We have an overloaded stock again, so if you guys really like the chain, check the link down in the description. There's also a Google form where you can tell your craziest story and I will react to them in a future video. I just haven't got enough responses yet, so I can't really react, you know what I'm saying?
Dirty facts about history that school probably didn't teach you. Part 20. Before she married Ronald, Nancy Reagan was known around Hollywood for her oral abilities, therefore making her a certified throat goat. Queen Victoria really loved doing the deed with her husband, Prince Albert. Like, really loved doing it. To the point where it was audible through doors and walls several times daily. After the Founding Fathers signed the Declaration of Independence, they went frat boy mode and racked up a pretty impressive bar tab. A bottle of whiskey, 2 bottles of wine, and 7 to 10 beers per Founding Father. George Washington in particular was known as the 3-bottle man, meaning he could drink 3 entire fifths of whiskey without blacking out. The guy who invented sea monkeys was a white supremacist, so if you ever bought this bullshit, you indirectly contributed to the Klan.
If I was Ronald Reagan, bro, I'd rethink my whole life. I'd be like, ew, the whole industry got hurt. Ew. Nah, that's crazy, man. And I don't know if you guys know, but they also said George Washington had some terrible teeth. Like, his teeth were so messed up. Probably wasn't brushing their teeth back in that day.
This Jeffrey Dahmer interview is extremely terrifying.
Photograph them. It was my way of remembering their appearance, their physical beauty. I also wanted to keep something. If I couldn't keep them there with me whole, at least I felt that I could keep their skeletons. And I even went so far as planning on setting up an altar with the 10 different skulls and skeletons.
And what was the purpose of the altar going to be?
As a sort of memorial. A point where I could, I don't know. It's so bizarre and strange. It's hard to describe.
Jeffrey Dahmer is actually one of the strangest serial ones out there, man. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm being real, bro, out of all of them, I don't think I would. Bro was really eating people. Like, what?
Christopher Dutch is a former neurosurgeon who over the course of 2 years injured, maimed, and crippled 33 of his 38 patients, earning him the nickname Dr. Death. After a severe football injury, Christopher switched over to medicine, earning his doctorate in 2010 from the University of Tennessee. He completed his training after participating in just 100 surgeries, while the average surgeon does over 1,000. Over the next 2 years, the doctor worked at various hospitals, repeatedly botching surgeries, even killing patients along the way. One of these patients, Kelly Martin, was undergoing routine back surgery when the medical staff noticed she was losing an excessive amount of blood. Dr. Dr. Death simply ignored this until she woke up screaming, clawing at her legs until she bled to death. This led to his medical license being suspended in 2013 and him being sentenced to life in prison for his crimes.
I don't know the point of becoming a doctor if you're just gonna do that to people. Like, what's the point, man? If anything, just join the military. Real shit. Very interesting world we live in, if you really think about it.
Scary facts that will blow your mind, part 3. It's been speculated by scientists that the light at the end of the tunnel when you're dying is actually you in the hospital being reborn into a new body. You're only given moments to sift through your memories and leave everything else behind. This, of course, is just a theory, but what if? Let me know what you think. Like and follow for more.
I've heard about that one a lot of times. They've been saying that for a long time now. That's been a known theory. That's why they say that babies cry when they come out the womb, saying the spirit's like, no, a new life, no, not again, I gotta do this. I don't know, it could be true, it could be false. What do you think? Put it down in the comments.
These are 8 horrifying facts that will probably keep you up at night. Horror movies use tracks that include infrasounds. They cannot be heard by human ears, but they are known to induce anxiety and heart palpitations. 44% of the information shared on worldwide news is inaccurate. To date, the US lost 6 nuclear bombs and never recovered them. According to paranormal experts, when you have a nightmare, real spirits or demons are trying to contact you, but your body rejects them and wakes you up for safety. In 1954, a man arrived at an airport and had a passport issued by the country of Torrid, which does not exist. Police locked him in a high-secure room and he vanished. There are computers for the Amish, which have no internet, videos, or music. There are organizations that manipulate the stock market. Spending just a few months in Antarctica can shrink your brain. There's a lot more, like for part 7.
It's funny how our parents, I mean, you're probably a parent too, but I'm just saying, like, it's funny how our parents always say that they shouldn't believe everything you see online, but bro just literally said that 44% of what we see on the news is fake. So I guess you just can't believe anything at all nowadays, you know what I'm saying?
These are dark web stories that you were never supposed to know, but I'm telling you anyways, part 2. Today's story, Daisy's destruction. Warning, this video contains talk about sexual assault on children and other extreme graphic violence. To give it to you shortly, there's 3 layers of the internet. There's the surface web that we're usually on, the deep web, and the dark web where this horrific video was posted. The video was so disturbing that as soon as it was posted, Dutch police were notified immediately and they began searching for the 3 adults that were committing the horrific acts in this film. Oh yeah, and the video that was being sold to creeps all around the world for 10 grand who were willing to buy and pay for this consisted of 2 children and 1 toddler who were brutally. The children in this video were actually street orphans that were taken by the person behind all of these disturbing videos and used for his pleasure. And the man behind all of these horrific videos was none other than Peter Scully, who was already wanted for 70 other crimes but fled the country to the Philippines where he recorded Daisy's destruction. The world's a sick place.
Yo, tell me that dude does not look like that dude from Saw. I swear to God. I don't know if he flashed it too quick, but when I looked at it, I was like, is that the from Saw, dude? Like, what? Like, look at him. He looks like him. I swear to Jesus.
I had never heard of this before, so I want to know, have you guys heard of the true story of Midnight Mary? On October 15th of 1872, Mary Hart suddenly just dropped dead. Now, what's specific to this story was that she was pronounced gone at exactly midnight, and they buried her in the Evergreen Cemetery located in New Haven, Connecticut. Something was very wrong. All of her relatives had these extreme nightmares where they would hear Mary screaming as if they could hear it from underground. These nightmares actually became so bad for the family that they exhumed the body, which is when they found the most shocking part of the story: scratch marks from inside her casket. She had accidentally been buried alive. So the legend has it that she continues to roam the grounds of this cemetery in hatred of the world that falsely buried her when she was still living. Those who speak her name or even hear of the story seem to summon her. And if you're ever at her grave beyond midnight, the legend has it that you'll die very soon after.
That's why I don't go to grave sites at midnight or anytime at night, because what's the point? Maybe I should do that for like an in-person video one day. Just because I don't do it, maybe I should do it, but with the cameras. That could be a good idea.
People behave erratically when they think they're stuck somewhere. This man quickly devolves into a panic when he realizes his elevator isn't moving. He tries to pry open the door before turning to the security camera to get someone's attention.
Hello? Hello?
He pulls his high-visibility jacket off, trying again to hit the call button and pry the door open. However, when this continues to fail, he begins beating on the door, the walls, and anywhere he can get his hands on. Eventually, the lights cut off, and we can see him struggling, trying to hit the call button, now armed with his flashlight but still stuck. Enough stubbornness and strength, and the man can eventually pry a hole open from the elevator doors. but unfortunately, his escape was not caught on camera.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really sure with the situation he was in, but I'm thinking to myself, like, couldn't bro just use his phone and call someone or call the cops? Like, yo, I'm stuck in this elevator, can you guys please help me? I mean, I get he was trying to get out, but like, I feel like there's another way he could have realistically did it instead of just banging on the door, trying to pry it open. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's a danger factor. He could have fell through.
These are scary cartoon truths that would terrify you, part 9. Okay, so Carl is dead. And he died at the beginning of the movie. And everything that happens after is his journey to heaven. Russell was Carl's guardian angel, and Russell needed one last badge, which was a badge for assisting the elderly. But this is the last act that Russell needs to do in order to earn his wings. Russell tells Carl he could help him cross the street or anything, but at the end he helps him cross into the afterlife. And Carl's guardian angel is a kid because him and his wife Ellie could never have kids. Also, Carl's house represents his physical attachment towards the world, while Paradise Falls is heaven. And the rising of his house into the sky represents him leaving the physical world and going to the spiritual world. And when Carl finally gets to Paradise Falls, he completes his transition and finally reunites with Ellie in heaven.
There's a lot of double meanings in some of these kids' cartoons. It's actually a little bit scary. It's like, what? Like, what's the point of having double meanings? I mean, it's kind of cool, I guess, to look back and be like, oh, wow. So that's what that meant. But, like, I'm a child.
Yo, Coyote.
There it is.
Yeah, you're by yourself. They'll go after one person.
It's fucking right there.
I knew that fucking thing.
What the fuck? Oh, fuck, bro. Yo! Can you grab that?
Careful. Guys! Go, 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 go! Can go! Careful. Careful. Get to the car. Yo. What the f? Bro. Holy shit! Holy shit, man! Holy, roll down the windows. What just happened? Roll down the windows, let's listen, bro. They straight up were hunting us, dude, man. They were hunting us down. Listen to that, shit. Bro.
Hold on, be quiet.
Colin, I grabbed your camera, but it's facing up now. I'm sorry. Holy fuck. Dude. Dude, I gotta move my seat back a little. Okay. No.
I didn't know there was that many.
That is gnarly.
I didn't know there was that many.
Army. There's an army of them, dude.
Maybe they just found the body.
Yeah, they gave me a heart attack.
Yeah, cause they started freaking screaming that way.
Bro.
And then out of nowhere, they just all right
of
next to
them,
us.
man. Dude, listening to that, there's like fucking like 10 that was just around us.
Literally, they literally surrounded us.
And they'll attack in a pack.
Holy shit, dude.
They would have easily sniped us.
You could have got.
Honestly, bro, the first one came from right behind me, literally right after I came back to the car.
I did not think there was that many out here.
Dude.
We saw the one, but I mean, shit.
Bro, let's go to the water.
Right as we're getting great stuff.
Honestly.
That was scary.
Yeah, that was honestly like...
Yeah, man, coyotes attack in packs. There's actually a lot of coyotes around where I am. You can literally always just hear them at night. So if you're ever out at night and you hear all that, get out of there, man. If it's just one coyote, you can easily scare them away. But if it's a pack of them, yeah, I'm just out. Like, I'm not dealing with that.
Blood-curdling facts that you wish you never knew. If your plane is crashing into the water, just know that flight attendants are trained to not allow any dead bodies on life rafts. That means no saving grandma for her funeral, simply yeet that bitch overboard. 1 out of every 50 women have a third nipple, and 1 out of every 100 men do too. This is known as a supernumerary nipple, and Mark Wahlberg actually has one. Harry Styles has 2. Your baby foreskin can be used as replacement skin for burn victims. That means one can quite literally be a dick face. There are corn stars born in the year 2003. That's the same year The Cat in the Hat came out. Male fetuses get boners in the womb, and these can often be seen on ultrasounds. Motherfucker.
I mean, it makes sense to that for them to put the bodies overboard. It's like you want space for actual living people. Imagine having a life raft and it's just like filled with dead people. Like, come on now.
If you tell me you don't remember this, I won't believe you. This woman and the court case of Casey Anthony. If you don't remember her, this was the mom from Florida who took more than a month to report her missing 2-year-old. But this story is gonna get so much darker. So after 31 days of partying, she's hopping around with her boyfriend, the truth finally comes out when Kaylee's grandparents are like, where is our grandchild? And that's when Casey admits that she hasn't seen her daughter in 31 days. But then she goes on to lie even more. But first she's like, I dropped her off with this woman named Zanny the nanny. This was a lie. And she starts crafting these alibis that she worked at Universal Studios. Also a lie. But worse than that, her impounded car gets recovered and this thing reeks of decomposition. Like bad. It also seemed to have traces of chloroform found in the trunk. This was connected back to a Google search found on Casey's computer. 2-year-old Kaylee is eventually found in a skeletal state in the woods. And despite this overwhelming amount of evidence, Casey is found not guilty by the jury.
I do remember that case, but I forgot she got found not guilty. It's like, bro, come on. Yo, she must have had like a crazy lawyer, and I know she was not rich as hell. So I don't know whose lawyer that was, but they need to hire that dude. That dude needs a raise.
Don't ever touch anything, and if you do, let me know.
That right there was a warning from Lorraine Warren herself. If you don't know who Lorraine is, her, along with her husband Ed, were paranormal investigators associated with many scary and terrifying cases. One of those cases being Annabelle. In fact, if you've ever seen The Conjuring, this is Vera Farmiga who played Lorraine Warren in the movie. Get this, Lorraine died in 2019, 13 years after her husband Ed had already passed away, but they both left one of the most haunted and disturbing museums ever known to man. This museum holds some of the most demonic and possessed items that have ever been on Earth. In fact, they have to have a priest come and bless the room ever so often so that nobody will get hurt. If you ever get the chance to visit this museum, do not touch anything, and if you do, tell a priest immediately. To this day, Annabelle still sits in a glass case, waiting for the next person to walk by.
Disturbing things caught on planes. Thanks to an exclusive GoPro clip, this crash was filmed from within their seats.
What we want to show you is the kind of camera it was shot on. It's called a GoPro camera, and it is a remarkable video. Take a look.
A small passenger plane made its crash landing on the way to Hawaii, landing in the water as everyone got free and hung onto parts of the plane to keep safe. This clip gives an unparalleled point of view of an ongoing plane crash, unlike anything most people will see, without the terror of actually dealing with it.
That was a good plane crash, honestly. Yo, in reality, if it was like a real plane crash, that footage would not be available. Like, the camera would have just been obliterated. Like,
This is what would happen if we dug tunnels between continents. Up first, avoiding all the water and digging through the ground from England all the way to America would take an incredibly long time. So instead, you could make an incredibly long tube that's 3,500 miles long, and then just place it over the ocean. And then by using anchors, you would drag the tube down into the ocean around 200 feet, and then secure the tubes using wires tied to the ocean's floor. But to travel through the tube quickly, you would need to use vac trains. This system would essentially act as a vacuum that would completely take all the air out of the tube. This would allow a train to travel at incredibly high speeds due to their little to none air resistance. And the craziest part is, these trains would be traveling at 1,500 miles per hour. So what do you think? Could this happen in the near future, or is it impossible?
yo, 1,500 miles per hour is insane. Like, how would they even do that? 1,500 miles per hour. That means it would roughly take 2 hours to get to, like, from America to England. That'd be crazy, dude. Someone got to invent something like that one day.
Disturbing facts that will ruin your life. If you fell into a black hole, you could see the start and the end of the universe, Big Bang and all. During World War II, Japan bombed China with fleas infected with the bubonic plague. The only part of your reflection you can lick is your tongue. Apollo 11 only had around 15-20 seconds of fuel left when it finally landed. Wes Craven's A Nightmare on Elm Street is based on a real story. It is common for children to hear voices. Every day, a person consumes around 1 to 2 cups of snot. Comment below which fact most disturbed you.
Ew, 1 to 2 cups of snot is nasty. Yeah, I know you'd be doing that. You right there, I know you do it.
We need to talk about Lake Mead because since May, 5 different bodies have washed ashore in the lake. Lake Mead is a massive man-made reservoir outside of Las Vegas, Nevada. And it's been suffering from a historic drought lately, so lots of things have been appearing out of the lake, like old boats and, yes, bodies. In fact, officials and experts estimate that there could be hundreds of bodies in Lake Mead waiting to be found. And to date, only 1 set of remains out of the 5 that washed up has been identified. And they belong to a boater who drowned nearly 2 decades ago. But what really made this story crazy is that one of the sets of remains was found inside of a barrel with a gunshot wound to the head, which means they were murdered and dumped there, probably by the Las Vegas mob. And others have even theorized that the Chicago mob has ties to some of these bodies and these murders. Obviously, there's a lot more to this story, so if you want to watch the documentary I just made about Lake Mead, where I visited the lake and spent the night there, it's super crazy, head to my YouTube channel. The link is in my...
If I'm being honest, a lot of lakes, oceans, rivers have bodies in them. It's just the honest truth, man. The honest truth.
I want you to take a look at the image displayed behind me. Does it feel at all familiar to you? What about this image? Does it instill in you an uncomfortable sense of familiarity, even if you can't really pinpoint why? These images are all popular examples of what is known as the liminal space effect. A liminal space is a place that feels stuck somewhere between reality and fiction for us. Oftentimes, we will feel the effect of this concept most strongly when viewing an image depicting a place that we would normally frequent that has been altered in a critical way. For example, a library or school that is completely empty of people, or a play area that is completely empty of children. We may also experience this effect when viewing a place that is unfamiliar to us as long as it has recognizable elements, such as this Exxon. With that being said, have any of these images felt oddly familiar to you? Follow for more.
Some of them do, but he pretty much explained what I was thinking. It's like, it looks familiar, but it's not really familiar because they have certain things changed. But like, let's say, like, for example, the one where it looked like a school library. Like, you go to a school library, it's set up the same exact way, you know what I'm saying? Same exact layout. But maybe there might be like a bookshelf on this side instead of that side. Just a little bit of difference, so. Like the first one, that looks like just a mall with a gumball machine in the middle.
These are everyday foods you didn't know could kill you, part 1. Up first is honey. It's a little known fact, but natural honey actually contains a poisonous toxin called pyrrolizidine alkaloids. Honey must go through a pasteurization process after being farmed to eliminate these toxins. But unpasteurized honey is extremely dangerous. Eating just a teaspoon of unpasteurized honey can lead to headaches, dizziness, weakness, and vomiting that can last for 24 hours. And eating more than 1 teaspoon could actually kill you. Next up are potatoes. Ordinary potatoes, if consumed at the wrong time, can be extremely dangerous. The leaves, stems, and sprouts of a potato contain glycoalkaloids, which is a poison found in flowering plants called nightshade. A potato can get in these conditions if you just leave them out. And scientists said, eating 1 potato in this condition can actually kill you.
There's a lot of foods that we as humans eat that low-key can hurt you. It's actually a little bit strange to me why that is. I wonder how many people it took to really die before they realized, well, this can only be eaten at this stage of time.
This is a terrifying paranormal game that you do not want to play. This is the Creature of the Night ritual. Disclaimer, this video is for entertainment purposes only. The point of this game is to summon the Creature of the Night, a humanoid creature which resides deep in the deserts of Southwest America and Mexico. If you successfully summon him, it's said that you will be granted any one wish of your choosing. The Creature of the Night is a humanoid being which is said to measure up to 9 feet tall. He has extremely long arms and legs and feet that measure up to 2 feet long, allowing him to move at rapid speeds. And he has extremely long talons for fingers. It's said that in order to carry out this ritual, you will need to begin at 12 midnight and carry on until 6 a.m. Things that you will need include a cactus, something of value to you, a lighter, a candle, a flashlight, and salt. See part 2, which is on my page for the rest of the ritual. The Creature of the Night ritual, part 2. After you have all of your supplies ready, it's said that at 12 midnight you need to go outside and bury the cactus in front of your house. Only bury it so that it looks natural sitting in the ground. Next to the cactus, you will lay your item of value. Next, you will light your candle and say the following 3 times in a row. Creature of the night, I offer you this treat. Creature of the night, it's you I wish to greet. After you say that 3 times in a row, you will have to blow out your candle and immediately go back inside your house, locking all doors and windows. At this time, you will need to sprinkle salt on all entrances into your home. You will need to keep all of the lights in your house off from 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. During this time, the creature of the night will move through the desert at extreme speeds, making his way to your home. If you hear any noises, you may use a candle or a flashlight to investigate, but do not turn on the lights. The last part is on my page. Creature after 6 a.m. That means that the creature of the night has chosen you, and he will travel at great speeds every night to your house and stalk the surrounding land every night from 12 to 6 a.m. If this happens, do not open any doors or windows until after 6 a.m.
I've been trying to tell y'all, man, there's no point of playing these cursed games, bro. There's no point at all. In my opinion, just go on the PlayStation, the Xbox. Look, there's a PlayStation controller right there behind me. Just go on the PlayStation, you know what I'm saying? Play some games on your phone. Why are you playing ritual games? Don't be dumb. Come on now. But anyways, you know, it is what it is. You do what you want. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you guys like the video, please like the video. Let's try to get to 500 likes this video. In-person content coming soon. Got a couple places in mind that I'm thinking about doing. I actually can't wait for this. I just need to get a new car right now. It's been snowing a lot here in New York, like a lot. We got like I don't even know, bro. Like, how'd I say? Like 3 foot worth of snow like 2 weeks ago. And last week it started snowing again, and I slid off the road and crashed into a wall. So my car is done, and I have to just wait till I get a new car. That's when I can really start going out and try to get some content for you guys. But if you guys would like to help me to get a new car, just like the video. That's the best. That's really all I ask for. You can also drop the super thanks to donate to me, but I don't really like to asking people for money. I'd rather you just like the video, get it shared to more people, and grow my channel, you know what I'm saying? If you guys like the content and support what I'm doing and want to see my in-person content as soon as possible, just like the video and just get it shared. That's all I'm asking. You don't gotta donate, but if you do, I would appreciate that. Remember that the chains are free for a limited time only, so check the link down in the description. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Peace out.